Good afternoon and welcome to RacLink Connect on this glorious March day, the 14th of March. We're here for Chair Yoga with Elizabeth. Chair Yoga is a quick session, 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer. Stay for as long as you can. Hope you enjoy the recording, and if you're in the session, I hope you enjoy doing it live. Just remember, this class is not designed to diagnose or treat any medical conditions. Please see your doctor if you have any ongoing matters that require attention. Look after yourself in the room. And before we get started, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that I reside on, which are the Wathaurong people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present, emerging. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Elizabeth.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to Express Chair Yoga with me. Let's start by heel toeing the feet out as wide apart as feels comfortable. Then shift your sit bones bottom sort of to the middle of the chair. Great. We're going to bring the hands down by the side body, palms open and facing forward, mine are just a little bit hidden. From here, I'd like you to breathe in, push your feet into the floor and draw your hands up towards the ceiling or the heavens and bring them so that they're about a couple of centimeters apart from each other. And then from here, we're going to take a breath in, we're going to exhale, and we're going to come forward, bringing the upper body over the hip, knee, thigh. Then we're going to touch the floor or reach down towards the carpet or floor. Sweep the hands out to the side, breath in, draw the gaze up towards ceiling, heavens, palms opposite each other, and exhale as you come forward, palms facing each other, reaching towards the floor or touching the floor. Breath in, sweep the hands up and high, exhale to come forward. Slow this in one continuous movement. Oops. Coming forward, draw the hands sideways, then up, look up if you can, and then drop the chin into the chest and flow. One complete movement. Keep flowing. So as we come forward, see if you can reach the fingers further away from you. Reaching up to the ceiling, sky, and coming down. And you don't have to keep up with me, just flow, connecting with your breath. We will change this flow and we will reverse it. So next time you come down towards the floor, hold it. Good. Take the hands up towards the ceiling, sky, down by the side body, and then palms facing up. So just reversing this flow. Opening through the heart, chest, lungs, belly. Folding over those hips and thighs. And you can draw into the back of your chair and release the back of the neck and head, and then come forward. I'm doing quite large circles. You can also bend the elbows and make it a smaller movement. That's 5 more to go. Breath in as you draw up, exhale as you come forward. 3, 2, last one. Now bring the hands down by the side body and then interlock them in front of you. Press your back of your fingers onto your knuckles, one side and then the other side. And press the heels of your hands in and then the palms. And then move the wrists, squeezing, massaging into your hands, fingertips and knuckles. We're going to flow into chopping the wood. A couple of options here. We can stay seated on the chair or we can come off chair. So I want you to shimmy your bottom to the edge of the chair. Just release that sort of flowing with your wrist and hands. Keep it nice and still. So the first option is to stay connected to the chair, breathe in, and as you exhale, take the hands, the wrists and the palms in front with a breath out through the mouth. So it sounds a bit like this. Drop the head down. The other option is to stand, hopefully you can see me, breath in, and then come down into a bit of a squat. We're going to do about 10 of these. Breathe your breath out through the back of the throat and mouth. Bring those hands down with momentum. Feel the weight shift forward through the feet and toes. Squeeze the hands together. 5 more. Or standing. That's probably 2. Last one. Release the hands. Draw them to the back of your, probably your knees, palms facing up. Take some slow breaths in and out here. See if you can breathe in and out through the nostrils. Just feeling the heat through the body, warming up through chopping the woods. 2 more cycles of breath here. Take your breath to breathe in and to breathe out. Bring the hands to prayer. We are going to do a squat. Bring your bottom to the edge of your chair, but you want to feel that you are supported by the chair. First option is to bring the elbows on top of the knees, or bring the elbows to the inside of the knees. Connect the hands into prayer. And we're coming forward with the upper body. From here, you can come off the chair and you can squat, or you might rest the edge of your bottom onto the side of the chair for a bit more support. Here for about 5 cycles of breath. The other option is maybe just hands to knees and a little bit more upright if the others are a little bit too much, okay? If you like, you can also take your hands above the head, whether you're supported or not. So we're opening through the hips and the groin, really bringing strength into the ankles. You can release your forehead down to the tips of your fingers, or keep the head up and you can gaze upward. Almost there, a couple of more breaths. Remember the support of the chair if you need to come back into it. And on that next exhalation, release the hands, bring your upper body slowly up, sit back into the chair, lifting one side of your bottom and then the other. Bring the knees in together a little bit more. Take your hands above the head. I'm going to take my right hand and reach to grab my left wrist. Then I'm going to pull my hand, which will pull my hand towards the floor on the right side. So I'm getting that beautiful stretch, like a C shape of banana top, through the left side of my body. Now you can keep the head up if the neck feels not too good about sort of bending over, or you can drop that right ear down to your right shoulder. Now you've got the option of taking the elbow behind the head in front, and you can even drop it down lower, have that elbow bent more. So you can use the hand to grab that wrist, I lost my wording there, and then you can release that pull. See where that is for you. Ground down into your toes and feet. Breathe. There's a beautiful stretch through the whole side body. Notice where you're feeling this stretch the most. So I'm in the hip at the moment. So I'm going to take that breath of mine down into the hip area, maybe into the socket, because it feels like that's where I'm feeling the stretch the most. It could be the armpit for you or the wrist. Take that breath. Move it into the area where that stretch is kind of speaking to you or you're feeling it the most. Yeah. Breathe in more space into that particular spot. Almost there. One more breath in and out. And release the grip. Bring the hands just down by the side body. I'm going to take the opposite hand, so it'll be my right arm hand over. Grab my left hand to the wrist, or have it lower, or somewhere eye level, above the head, or maybe it's more behind the head that you can draw. And I'm going to pull with my left fingers and hand that wrist away from the right elbow. Push into the floor, activating into the legs and feet and thighs. Again, notice where you're feeling the stretch the most on this side. Take that breath awareness and breathe into that particular part of your body. Visualize it lengthening, having more space in there to move. One more cycle of breath here. And release the hands down by the side. We're just going to windmill our arms from one side to the other. But before I start doing that, I'm going to bring the weight into my left bottom, left side of the body, and then sway over to the right, just dropping my hands down by the side. You may be able to reach down to the carpet or floor, or you may have a prop, or a pillow. Just let the side of the neck release. Now I'm going to bring the movement of my arms. So next time I go over to the left, I'm going to take the right hand over. I'm going to bring the right hand down and then take the left over to the right side. Windmill. Modify it by bending the elbow and making smaller movements. More in front of the face, above the head, or behind the head. Navigate that for yourself, but flowing. Keep up with the breath. So one side you're breathing in, exhale, you're coming out with the breath. Flowing. Just feeling the weight shift. Left to right, right to left. Open the fingers, stretch them. About 3 more flows on each side. Got to mention if there's an accessible leg on your chair, you can always grip it with one of the hands low down. It gives you that extra support. Okay, last flow on each side. Bringing the hands back down. Let's do some butterfly stroke. I did breaststroke in the previous class, but we'll do some butterfly stroke. Sit forward. Come to the edge of your chair, just adjust your feet, knees are about hip width apart. So, a couple of different options for butterfly. Again, it depends on how the shoulders are feeling, if there's injury in the shoulders. So we'll just start with a baby butterfly. Bend the elbows, palms in front. And I'm taking like a circular movement forward. I'm using the elbows and the shoulders to draw a circle around. And my hands, my elbows are bent, and my hands are kind of bent at the wrists. And I'm just coming forward. My elbows, hands, fingers. The other option is to straighten the arms and elbows and bring the hands up the side of the body and then plunge forward. And imagine that you are moving through water. Bend the elbows and then bring the fingers and hands down towards the floor. So breath in as you draw up. Exhale as you come back and around. Modify. Smaller. in between, middle, large. Got 5 more going this way. Great heart, chest, lung opener. 3, 2, 1. Reverse, swap. Take the elbows and shoulders back. So modified version, your own modified version, middle flow, full backstroke. Going back, backstroke. No, back butterfly. Keep slowing, breathing. Three, 2, last one, and release. Just bring those hands on top of your knees. Just take a moment just to observe the sensations and warmth moving through your body. Come into wind relieving pose. So we bend the knee, we bring our fingers around the knee and we lift that knee and foot up. Now, if that's not for you, you can just come onto the ball of the foot, still bring your hands around the knees or on top of the knee. You'll be bringing more of your upper body down to meet the kneecap and thigh or lifting it up. Take ankle rotation here. If your leg is, foot is off the ground, just make sure we go the other way. You can also try and bring your forehead towards your knee or nose or mouth. Okay. And we'll go around the other way. And release that foot back down or just bring the heel down, other side. Come onto the ball, foot, lift the heel, interlock, bringing the upper body closer to the knee and thigh, or lift that knee, leg up and take ankle rotations here. It's a great one to do when you're lying down before bed. You can have the other leg extended and just drawing that knee into the chest or thereabouts. Circling the other way. And release. Last posture for our express class. Take your hands, interlock them behind you or one hand to wrist. Yeah. Coming into a heart, chest opening pose, shimmy the shoulders in. Yeah. Lift the gaze up, drop the head back if that's for you, or keep the gaze forward. So when you breathe in, imagine those shoulders drawing further or peeling further behind you, yeah? Push that belly forward. If we drop the head back and get a nice stretch into the throat chakra and the back of the neck. Keep the gaze more in front. Just take 3 more cycles of breath here. Beautiful counter pose if you've been at a desk. Last cycle of breath in and out. And on that next exhalation, release the hands or fingers or hand to wrist. Bring one hand forward and then the other hand forward. Just sit a little bit more forward so you're off the back support of your chair. Hands resting on your knees. Close down the eyes. Just finish our practice with a bit of poetry in Shavasana. Just having this time just to notice again the space you occupy, the chair that you're sitting in, any parts of the body that are kind of singing out to you from just those stretches we've done today. How you feel right now, particularly not just in body but in head space. Surrender yourself to gravity. Close down the blinds of your eyes. Feel the intimate harmony and connection of your precious body to the chair and into the floor with your feet. Each point of contact is a chance to feel more supported, and each breath a chance for the earth to move more deeply into your being. Feel the earth receive you. Resting and at ease. Take a long, slow inhale and imagine that you are being replenished. And as you slowly exhale, give this breath back out into the world. Just bring your hands to prayer. You can keep the eyes closed. Just finish with an Om, universal sound that resonates through the world and the earth. Breath in. Om. Thanks for practicing yoga. Chai Yoga. See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.